Skip, Book and KD been sensational. I didn't think, I say, ain't no way in hell Devin Booker's going to play another game and he plays 40-plus minutes and only miss 5 shots. He said, you a lie. I'm going to play 40-plus minutes and only miss 4 shots this time. And then you got KD the other night, Skip. He wasn't efficient. He put up big numbers, but I think he was like 12 of 31.
Yep.
Last night, he's 11 of 19. But that wasn't the reason they won. It was Landry Shamet.
Thank you.
Big down the stretch. Because I believe Yoke was going to be able to overcome Book and KD by himself. Had Landry Shamet, every time they made a run, they got close, he would come down and hit a corner three or he'd hit that side three. And it kept the distance between them. That was big. You saw Terrence Ross come off the bench. He gave you some valuable minutes last night. They got the guy, what's his name? T.J. Warren. T.J. Warren, I mean, hey, he gave him 5 points.
Thank you. But
it was Landry Shamet. That was ultimately the reason why they won. And that's not to take anything away from Book, because I don't know if I see anything like this. I got to go back. I got to look at like LeBron through the first 3 games. I mean, the first series when I think his last year when he did Indiana and then he went to Toronto. Skip, remember he went to Toronto and he had those like crazy number games and he ended up having 8 40-point games in the playoffs. To go back and see something what I'm seeing of Devin Booker. But I mean, he ain't getting, these ain't no, this is not a 6'10" guy that's in the paint. Yes, he's attacking the rim, but Skip, he's pulling up in transition on a 1-on-3 from 3. His mid-range 15 and in, it's a basket. Book it. And now you got KD. They get Bruce Brown makes a free throw. Devin Booker steps out of bounds, heaves it down. KD drops up one hand, takes one spin, boom. And you're like, man, it's going to be one of them days, look like for y'all, Denver. Y'all better come on with it because they in a rhythm now. But it was Landry Shamet. And as great as the efficiency in which they shot the basketball, Skip, I mean, they shot 57% from the floor, 45% from the 3. They needed all of that still from Landry Shamet to overcome the 53 and 11 and the 28 points from Jamal Murray. Because the starters, finally, Phoenix's bench gave them something that they didn't give them in the other series, Skip. Because they got the 19 and you only got 11 points from Denver's bench. You got 19 alone from Landry Shamet. You got 8 points from Terrence Ross, and you got 8 points and 5 big rebounds from Jock Landale. But the difference was Landry Shamet.
Okay. Mr. Sharpe, I do remind you, before these playoffs started, you told me that Phoenix has little to no bench. And I fought back and I said, they have Landry Shamet, and you scoffed at Landry Shamet. I said, they have Terrence Ross, who can light it up off the bench the way nobody can. He is one of the most instant offense, microwavable scorers I've seen since
I called him Landry Shamet. I called him Landry Shamet because all he was soaking up was big time.
Okay, all right. All of a sudden, those two got runs, and they got hot. And, Landry Shamet made 4 3-point shots just in the fourth quarter alone. And if we could see them, they felt like death knell threes because you don't see them coming. But he has made them before in other places for other teams in big moments. I do trust him. He ripped that one. I do trust him. You're going to let him have that? Thank you very much. He'll take that. And then you're going to let him. Book's playing point guard, and he goes all the way to the corner. That was a nice feed for him. And a nice shot. Cross. Okay. And here we go. Bam, bam, from Book to KD to Landry Shamet. I love his first name. Reminds me of the good old days with the Dallas Cowboys.
Tom Landry.
Tom Landry. And those were some clutch teams in the 1970s for my Cowboys, and he was clutch last night. Terrence Ross had a little heat streak there from late third going into the fourth quarter. Landale played big minutes, and he just plays hard, and he plays smart, and he gives you all that he's got. So he helps a little bit coming off the bench. And then down the stretch, T.J. Warren made free throws that had to get made, and he made them. And I was shocked that Monty stuck with T.J. Warren because he says he's been there, he's done this. He's a natural-born scorer and a clutch free throw shooter, and I'm going to ride him home. And he rode him all the way home. It was shocking. So,
Skip, you mentioned Shamet, not to cut you off, but in that 14-8 run, he made 4 or 5 shots. Skip, that's the difference in your ball game. Because what if he missed those shots?
I got it, but he didn't miss those shots.
He didn't.
Okay, so Torrey Craig made some big shots against the Clippers. Remember some of the threes that he made?
For sure.
Torrey Craig played 7 seconds last night. Not 7 minutes, he played 7 seconds.
Biyombo didn't play at all.
Didn't even get off the bench, and he made some big plays and had some big minutes against the Clippers.
Yes.
Okay, and Damian Lee, as you know, he can make threes on call. He can make them. He did not play last night.
Right.
I think I just described a pretty good bench. I don't know. Silly me, I thought it was pretty good going in.
But Skip, what we saw was the inconsistency even against the Clippers. The bench of the Clippers outplayed the Suns bench, but it was the starters, Book, KD, Ayton, Craig, and CP3 that led the way. Because remember now, there's no CP3. So those points have to come from somewhere. I'm not really counting on Campaign. He did have a big three early in the ball game. But
I didn't even mention him, but he started obviously in place of CP3.
But Skip, what we haven't seen, we know he can make them, but we haven't seen Landry Shamet shoot with the consistency. Remember, he's with your Clippers. Remember, he's with the Brooklyn Nets.
No, I got it. I've just seen him go on tears.
Yes.
I just know he's capable.
Now,
and you know what? I thought he played Jamal straight up pretty hard last night. Nobody's going to stop him.
Oh, yeah,
he gets in one of those runs where he's just like he's in some zone. I don't know where he is. He's moving and grooving and creating shots and falling backward and making shots. But I thought Landry Shamet made it hard on him in the fourth quarter.
I agree. But do you feel comfortable feeling Landry Shamet will make the shots that he made at home? He'll make those on the road?
He's got guts. I do.
Okay.
I just do because he's been around. It's not like he's a second-year player.
Because I think the thing is, Skip, look, you're saying, okay, damn, KD and Book's going to get what they get. It was last night Landry Shamet, the third option, which brought the game home. Because if you look at it, Skip, you look at the 53, that's 81 points. I don't think you could ask any more from your two big guns than 81.
Okay. On offense.
On offense.
Yes, I agree.
I mean, Yoke had a block shot. He had a block shot.
How many rebounds did he have last night?
He didn't have a whole bunch of rebounds. He wasn't missing. He had 4.
He had 4 rebounds.
He had 4 rebounds.
He's 7 feet tall. He had 4 rebounds.
But he wasn't missing.
He had 1 rebound at halftime.
Hey, Skip, if you look at it, one team shot 56%, the other team shot 57%, but wasn't a whole lot of missing.
It was a shootout. I will give you that. So back to your Book point. Just statistically, he's now scored 331 points during the postseason through their run. So
first 8 games,
5
right?
games and 4 games. So 9
games.
9
okay.
games. All right. The most by any player through 9 playoff games since Michael Jordan, 1990. But Booker has done so with a 70% what they call true shooting percentage, the best ever by a player who scored at least 300 points over a span of 9 playoff games. Best ever. So you can say this is historic run by him, right?
Skip, the man shot 20 or 25 and then followed up with a 14 or 18.
Okay. Here's the incredible thing about last night. If you look at your fourth quarter box, what did Devin Booker do in the fourth quarter? He played point guard.
Right.
Devin Booker in the fourth quarter took 1 shot and missed it. 1 2-point shot and missed it. But he had 4 assists in the fourth quarter, which is, he just said, okay, I'll do this. He also had a couple turnovers because he's handling the ball a lot, which is not his forte.
Right.
But somebody had to run the point. Somebody had to orchestrate. Somebody had to play maestro, and he did with 4 assists, and they were huge.
And then you saw, Skip, and they started to try to come with the double team. He got in foul trouble, so he had to sit a little bit. And Landry Shamet was able to buy them some time because he had 14 points in the fourth quarter by himself, which really gave them the breathing room. What they did is that they turned Yoke into an assist guy. He did have 11 assists. He had 53, 11, and 4. So now you got to count on other guys to make some shots. They're going to need a little bit more out of Aaron Gordon. They're going to need a little bit more out of Michael Porter Jr. I don't think you can ask any more from your big. Jokic is averaging 37, 14, and 9.5. I don't know what else he can give you more than that, Skip.
Okay. Why is Devin Booker on this historic run? It's because he has a new teammate. And he talks about the gravity that KD brings. It's just gravity because the earth tilts toward
he pulls
Kevin
people
Durant.
away from you. That's the gravity.
That's gravity. That's what he does. So all of a sudden, every time down the floor, 2 are running at KD. And KD has not handled it great because he's had hands of tissue paper and he's turning it over way too many times.
He got 5 turnovers again last night.
He did. I'm looking back at the Clippers and Denver. He's had games of 5 turnovers, 6 turnovers against Clippers, 7 and 5 against Denver. too many. You can do better than that. You can protect the basketball a little bit better than that. He gets frustrated. He tries to do things. He's 7 feet tall. And when you're that high off the floor trying to dribble through people, it's hard to dribble to when you're that tall and long.
Yeah, Skip, they only had 13 turnovers, but he and Book had 10 of the 13.
Okay.
The Nuggets only had 8 turnovers. Yoke had 6 of those.
So every time I get disappointed or frustrated with Kevin Bleepin Durant, then I look at the overall numbers, and they're always sensational. Even for the whole playoff run, look what he's doing for the whole playoffs. They're 9 games. 30 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. 3 turnovers, yes. But still, he's putting up Kevin Durant numbers, and he's shooting 94% from the free throw line because he gets a lot of his points. He'll get the bulk of his points just getting fouled and going and making the free throws.
Well, Skip, if you go back and look at their starters and look at plus minus, every last one of their plus starters were either 0 or minus on the plus side. It was the bench yesterday that brought this game home for them. You look at Landry Shamet plus 15, Jock Londale plus 16. The 3 offensive rebounds, Skip, they gave them another crack at Denver when they had stopped the possession, finally forced the Suns to miss a shot. Jock Londale gets a rebound, gets another opportunity, they cash in.
Okay. Now I'm going to show you at the end of the game, this is where the game turned, because I thought the Suns were in some trouble even at home because Denver got the ball back and had the ball with they were down 3 with, I think this is 27 seconds left. If we could see what happened, Jokic has the ball over on the side. And you got to give Ayton some credit for this because he D'd up on him. This is the tip. Okay. That was off the tip. Okay, this is where they tied him up. You know, they got the tie up. But Jokic turned the ball over. This isn't it. This isn't what we want to see. But it's okay. Remember, Jokic is dribbling over on the side. He just loses the ball, and Ayton gets it. Okay, and forced the tie and the jump ball, and they get the ball back.
Right.
Okay, so that was huge. And then Jokic had a shot.
The bunny.
And I thought it was a bunny. I think Ayton at the end of this is right at the end, which 12.6 seconds left. I think Ayton gets a piece of this because it was as easy a shot as Jokic has all night. He up and under, and then he starts down, and I think he got a piece of it.
But that
just missed it.
Is that Ayton? I don't think that's Ayton, Skip.
Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not.
No, that's
you know
TJ
what?
Warren.
It's not Ayton.
That's TJ Warren. He got fouled when he happened.
Okay. Well, I thought he got a little piece of the ball, but whatever. The point is, even Ayton played bigger than I thought he was capable of last night. I thought he held his own, but they'll use Landale quite a bit, and they used him on the stretch.
Yeah.
Okay, that brings us to the incident that happened late in the first half over on the side. We will get much deeper into this a little later in the show, so hang on for that. But your quick thought on the ball goes to Matt Ishbia, who's the new owner of the Phoenix Suns, and he's holding on to the ball, and Jokic wants the ball because they want to go because Okogie has gone up in the crowd.
Right.
He's in the front row, right?
And the owner, he knows that. He said, no, I ain't giving you the ball.
The owner did play as a walk-on, albeit
at Michigan State, many
State
years ago.
for Coach Izzo, okay? And he contributed here and there, a little bit here and there on that 2000 team that won the national championship. Okay, so he knows basketball.
Yes,
he knows what
absolutely,
he's doing. He
absolutely.
was a good high school player in Detroit. Okay, so the point is, well, you go first. Tell me what you saw and what should have happened.
Well, I saw the ball go out of bounds, and the fan, because at this point in time, it's unimportant that he's the owner of the team. He's considered a fan. He grabs the ball. Yoke sees the guy goes up in the stands. He's like, okay. He just said, Ed Malloy points to him and says, now Jokic is trying to get the ball, and Ishbia doesn't want to give him the ball.
Ishbia.
Yep. And so he doesn't want to give up the ball.
Yep.
And so Yoke shoves it.
Okay. So I'm with you. This was gamesmanship on the part of the owner / ex-basketball player who knows that they want a quick run out the other way, 5-on-4. And it's within Yoke's right to want the ball and step out of bounds and let's go.
Right.
Okay. But Okogie is down.
Right.
Ishbia is focused for the second on Okogie, and he's not thinking about what's going on. And then here comes the big guy to try to rip the ball out of his hands.
He didn't forget he had the ball in his hands.
Yeah. Huh?
He didn't forget he had the ball in his hands.
No, he didn't forget. I'll give you that. But 2 wrongs can't make a right because I don't care whether he's a fan, if he's a nobody, Yoke does forearm shove him back in his seat. And you can't do that, and I'm good with the technical foul.
Yeah.
I would not be good if he got suspended
No,
because it would really upset.
But I think Adam Silver is going to call the owner and says you can't do that.
Okay, you could. You're right. You need to oversee this.
Yeah.
To sort of officiate it from on high.
Because Skip, you don't want that, but you don't want fans, because now you'll see fans starting to hold the ball for their players, and the players going to get upset. It's already emotionally charged.
It is.
So just make sure. Hey, Skip. As a matter of fact, the playoff game when the Lakers were playing the Grizzlies.
Yep.
The ball came right to me. Man, I put that ball down so quick. I don't want y'all thinking it. Even though it was going to overtime, the ball came. Started to get me a shot here. Right? Yeah, give me a shot here. Hit it. Hey, they giving out $75,000 for threes, so I figure I can cash in right quick.
Really?
Yeah, pay for the tickets that I got.
I would think, given what you were wearing, that would have airball potential.
That ain't happening. Yeah. That ain't happening.
Okay.
But yeah, Skip, I think the thing with you, I'm good. I'm good with the tech.
Yeah.
You cannot suspend Nikola Jokic.
Yeah.
Because you would have just altered the series. You would have just handed. Not to say the Suns are not going to win the series anyway, but you would have just gift wrapped it.
You would.
Them the series.
Yep. I agree. Suns in command?
No. Because Skip, we didn't see this kind of fight. We didn't see what we saw in the first two games, which led us to believe, especially with Chris Paul being out. Right.
Okay, one of these nights, Chris Paul's going to try to go, and we'll see how long he lasts.
I wouldn't.
We will see.
Skip, he going to interrupt their flow.
Okay.
We got a nice flow going on. Book and KD taking turns bashing people.
I don't know. I think he'll try to go pretty soon. If not this one, the next game with the one back in Phoenix.
No,
yeah.
I'm going to hold him out as long as I possibly can.
Yeah. You're saying he's a liability.
Yeah, he would be. Who he going to guard? How you going to guard somebody, Skip? You can't open up and slide. You know that growing that you ain't finna open up and slide.
Yeah, I'm just seeing too many turnovers. They need somebody at least for 20 minutes to orchestrate.
Well, Skip, because you have guys that are not natural point guards. Devin Booker is a two guard.
Yeah.
KD is a natural scorer. He's not a natural facilitator. That's not what Landry Shamet is. If you look at the guys, Cameron Payne, he's a guy. He's a point guard, but he's a guy.
Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Subscribe here to get the very latest from Skip and Shannon. Plus, go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.